Welcome back to NextaudiobookShorts. The majority of the population spends their mornings in a state of cognitive surrender, reacting to alarms, scrolling through digital feeds, and rushing into a day they did not design. For the elite, the morning is a sacred laboratory for the construction of a superior reality. Today, we deconstruct the 6 morning habits before 10 a.m. with exhaustive detail. These are not suggestions. They're the fundamental protocols for anyone seeking to operate at the highest level of human potential. 1. The Low-Dopamine Fast. The most critical battle for your focus is fought in the first seconds after waking. Your brain transitions from the fluid state of sleep into a highly plastic, suggestible state. If the first thing you do is reach for your smartphone, you are intentionally sabotaging your cognitive sovereignty. You are injecting a slot machine of notifications, emails, and social media outrage directly into your subconscious. This triggers a massive, premature spike in dopamine, the neurotransmitter of pursuit, that effectively fries your focus for the next 12 hours. To execute the low-dopamine fast, you must maintain a strict digital blackout until 10 a.m. By avoiding the screen, you allow your neurochemistry to stabilize naturally. This period of digital fasting forces you to engage with your own thoughts rather than reacting to the agendas of others. It preserves your deep work capacity and ensures that when you finally do engage with the world, you do so as a master of your attention, not a slave to an algorithm. True power is the ability to sit in a room alone without the need for external stimulation. 2. Circadian Light Integration. Human performance is governed by biological clocks that are millions of years old. The most powerful of these is the circadian rhythm. To optimize your focus, you must synchronize your internal biology with the external solar cycle. This requires circadian light integration. Within 30 to 60 minutes of waking, you must go outside and view natural sunlight. This is not a matter of getting fresh air. It is a physiological command to your brain's suprachiasmatic nucleus. When photons hit your retina in the morning, they trigger a timed release of cortisol, which serves as your biological go signal. More importantly, this event sets a countdown timer for the release of melatonin 16 hours later. By getting sunlight early, you're not just waking yourself up, you are ensuring that your sleep tonight will be deep and restorative. Without this light signal, your body remains in a state of biological twilight, leading to the chronic brain fog that plagues the modern masses. The elite mind requires a body that knows exactly what time it is. 3. The deep work sprint. The hours before 10 a.m. represent the peak cognitive window, a period where your prefrontal cortex is fresh and your willpower has not yet been eroded by the decision fatigue of the day. The elite operator does not waste this window on admin work like answering emails or attending low-level meetings. Instead, they commit to the deep work sprint, a 90 to 120-minute block of absolute, uninterrupted focus on their most difficult and highest leverage project. During the sprint, there are no distractions, no music with lyrics, no open tabs, and no interruptions. You are engaging in the heavy lifting of the mind. Whether it is writing a manuscript, architecting a business system, or solving a complex technical problem, this is when you move the needle. By completing your most significant task before the world even begins its collective workday, you generate a psychological winner effect. You enter the rest of your day with the quiet confidence of a man who has already achieved his primary objective. 4. Metabolic priming. Movement in the morning is not about burning calories. It is about metabolic and neurochemical priming. When you engage in physical exertion early in the day, you increase blood flow to the brain and stimulate the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. BDNF acts as a high-grade fuel for your neurons, enhancing your ability to learn, remember, and process complex information. This habit involves at least 20 minutes of intense movement, enough to raise your core temperature and break a sweat. This prime clears out the lingering sleep inertia and adenosine from your system, replacing it with adrenaline and endorphins. You are transitioning your body from safe mode into performance mode. An elite mind cannot function at its peak in a stagnant, lethargic vessel. By 10 a.m., your body should be humming with the energy of a machine that has been properly warmed up for a high-speed journey. 5. The strategic void. In an era of infinite noise, the most elite skill you can possess is the ability to find silence. The strategic void is a period of 15 minutes dedicated to absolute stillness or advanced meditation. This is not about relaxing. It is about internal observation. Most people are driven by subconscious impulses they don't even recognize. By entering the void, you become the observer of your own mental landscape. You watch your anxieties, your cravings, and your distractions float by without attaching to them. This creates a psychological buffer between a stimulus and your reaction. When the chaos of the day eventually hits, you will not react impulsively. You will respond strategically. The strategic void allows you to audit your internal state and clear out the mental static that accumulates overnight. It is the practice of sharpening the blade before the battle. Clarity is not a gift. It is a discipline. 6. The priority convergence. The final habit before the 10 a.m. threshold is priority convergence. This is where your long-term vision meets your daily execution. Most people work from a to-do list, which is often just a collection of other people's requests. The elite operator works from a priority map. You take 5 minutes to ruthlessly audit your schedule for the day, ensuring that every hour is aligned with your macro goals. You identify the one domino, the single task that, if completed, would make every other task easier or entirely unnecessary. You visualize the potential obstacles you will face during the day and predetermine your responses to them. This is pre-mortem thinking. By the time 10 a.m. arrives, you have already won the day in your mind. You are no longer wondering what to do next. You are simply executing a pre-designed victory with surgical precision. This concludes our exhaustive deconstruction of the 6 morning habits before 10 a.m. You have been listening to Next Audiobook Shorts. The morning is the architect of the man.